I'm gonna tell you about chicken stock. Now, I made a huge big pot of chicken stock, excuse me. And when I made it, I used some old chicken that was left over. Like, you might have one or two pieces. Just take it out. And then all I used was onions, celery, a smidge of chicken base. And you can get the chicken base anywhere. I got my chicken base powder. I believe I got it at Walmart. But you can get it anywhere. But where I'm at, I'm in Greenville, North Carolina. And you can get it at Walmart, Piggly Wiggly, Save-A-Lot, Aldi, you know, any of them normal places. I hate to say, I wouldn't get the cubes because the cubes have a lot of salt in it. And the chicken base really has no salt in it. But when you make the chicken stock, celery, get a couple carrots. Now, you might not like carrots, but you might. All depends on how you like to cook. Then you just put tons of water in the pot, put it on low, and just let it go for hours. And then about 3-4 hours later, once the meat is broke down and the cartilage is taken out, then you have your chicken stock. And then you just drain it. And once you drain it, you have this beautiful broth. Now, also, you know, a little salt and pepper. Now, all depends on how much salt you like. Because, you know, you have people that have high blood pressure. But it depends on your taste buds. Another great suggestion is for people on a budget. Herb gardens. Herb gardens are the best. I have an herb garden, and I went and got a great planter at Kmart. I think they were like $7, but sometimes, you know, when early on they got a great sale. You can get the seedlings, or you can get the actual plants, the bulbs. I had in my garden from last season Italian parsley, oregano, and basil, and they're great for tomato sauces or just plain and simple seasonings. Best seasonings to keep in your house, fresh herbs, basil, oregano, thyme, and I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't think for some reason. It's basil, oregano, thyme. No, that's what I just got. My daughter said strawberries and onions. I just recently planted some strawberries and onions. Basil, oregano, thyme,
That's about it.
and parsley. Excuse me. I didn't think it was parsley. Those are the staples I try to keep in my house as fresh herbs. Now, garlic. Now, I don't care who you are. People say I don't like garlic. Fresh garlic is the best. Now, if you get garlic in a jar, it's not going to taste the same. But if you just put a little garlic in if you put a little garlic in any season, any dressing, anything, it helps. And it also helps flavor something that's very dull. But buying in bulk, for me, basic necessities. You get the chicken quarters, hamburger meats, and rice. If you do those things, you can make anything out of anything. Oh, and potatoes. Now, let me tell you about potatoes. People don't really think how different ways you can do it. But let me tell you something. I just recently started cooking clam chowder. Now, you know, you go to, these restaurants and you want to make clam chowder, but you're like, how do you do it? It's simple. I would say you just boil some potatoes, depending how big you want the pot. Some potatoes, and I do half and half in cream. Or if you don't want to do cream, do milk, but really watch the milk because it makes it like a curdle thing. But yeah, half and half, milk or cream. Those are the things you can use. Depends what it's like. Cause some people are on WIC and you don't have half and half, or you don't have cream. You can use milk and then just do the half and half. and it'd be just as good. Now, then you can get the canned clams. Excuse me, my screen went out again. You can do the canned clams, and depending on how much clams you want, get. For me, for a crock pot that I do, and I do a crock pot, and I get 2 nice meals out of it. Okay, so depending on, and I got a family of 6 now. Okay, I have 4 kids, Aaliyah, David, Angel, and Nicholas. My daughter is 11, my son David's 10, Angel is 7, he'll be 8 in May, and Nicholas, he is 4, and they eat. And you know, as grown kids, they can eat. But I get 2 meals out of that, easily. And all you need, like I said, is canned clams, some onions if you like onions, and the potatoes, and then the half and half of milk. And that's great. That's all you need. And then you season them with a little salt and pepper. It's 1 meal automatically, and it does wonders. Now, I'm from New Jersey, but I came down here, and I have a wonderful neighbor of mine named Miss Clark. She does stewed potatoes with just some onions and some potatoes, and with a little bit of water, and stewed potatoes as a side dish. Is great. Then, of course, you know how to cook potatoes. You go do all kind of ways. But then I do potato soup. Plain potato soup with just a little bit of water. I would do, let's say if you're doing a big pot, I would boil the potatoes and then leave 1/4 of that water or that stock of potato starch in there. And I'll fill the other half with a little bit of milk, salt and pepper, a little bit of onions, and bacon. Oh my God, it's great. It is absolutely great. Everybody loves it. And I feed it to my neighbors. My neighbors actually, they call my daughter Little Red Riding Hood because she has this little outfit that she puts together. And she had a basket, and she would go to what we call Miss Clark's grandma. And she'll go to grandma's house with a goodie basket for all the goodies I done cooked. Excuse me, I just noticed that this is now becoming 7 minutes. But I think I gave you some great ideas, buying in bulk. And don't forget that do your canned goods as much as you can. But if you buy your frozen vegetables, they're just as good. And right now, my suggestion is if you can do your canned vegetables, but if you can, like it's becoming summertime right now. If you can, take some, when they start becoming cold again, get your fresh vegetables. And if you can, get one of those sealers, and just give me 1 more minute, Leah. Get your sealers and make bags of frozen collard greens. And hopefully you have a deep freezer. You might need to buy 2 because I'm starting to notice I need another one. But if you can, freeze some collard greens and freeze some cabbage. And I would teach you some more recipes about that. Great to keep in stock. And for right now, I'm pretty much done, but I'm actually going to cook a meal probably tomorrow, and I'm going to actually show you how to season some things. And I'm going to do 1 more video, and I'm going to teach you some great ways to season some food. But for right now, toodles, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.